This is Michael Hale from Red Zone Radio, day 47, Wednesday morning. If you can hear me, that means the transmitter's still holding, and our backup generator is still dragging us into another sunrise. We made it through another night. I don't say that like a slogan anymore. I say it like a head count. Overnight, we had check-ins coming in on shortwave, a few on landlines that still sometimes carry a signal, and a handful of text bursts from folks willing to burn battery for a couple sentences. If you're listening and you're safe enough to do it, send one short "still here" with your neighborhood and your needs. Keep it vague, keep it smart. All right, let's get to the voices.
Morning.
Morning, Jen. We're here. Still broadcasting.
Generator's still working. For now.
Working is generous, but we'll take it. We've got a familiar caller holding. Marcus, if you can hear us, stay on. Jenny's gonna bring you in.
Marcus, from the Bronx warehouse. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm here. Jenny, right?
It's me. You made it through?
Made it through. Lost 4. We were 23. We're 19 now.
Talk me through it, Marcus. Slow. Where did it fail?
Perimeter fence on the east side. Old chain link. We patched it with plywood weeks ago. And then yesterday, the earlier rain. Everything got soft. Bolts loosened. We heard it late. Too late. One of the guys, Ray, thought it was rats. Went out with a flashlight like it was still normal. And then they were already on it.
How many came through?
Not a horde. Like 8, 10. But it only takes one. They got in and we did what we had to do, but in the mess, 4 didn't make it. 2 got pulled down before we could reach them. 2 turned overnight. We handled it at first light.
I'm sorry, Marcus.
Yeah, me too. Listen, our fence is done. We're reinforcing with stripped cars, nose to tail. But I need to ask you something. There's rumors, people on the shortwave saying there are Navy ships offshore, like off Long Island, off Jersey. Is that real?
We've heard it. We haven't confirmed it. One coastal operator swore he saw lights offshore 2 nights ago. That's all we've got. Lights don't always mean rescue, Marcus.
So we're just guessing.
Yeah, we are. And I hate that answer. But it's the truth. Don't move your whole group for a rumor. Move for water. Move for food. Move because your perimeter is failing. Not because you want a miracle.
Okay, then tell me this. Rain's coming, right? We got a roof, we can collect, but our barrels are low and the river's not safe.
Rain's coming. Rig your catch system now. Quietly. Clean surface. Let the first runoff go. Collect after. And don't stand out in it like it's a shower. Wet clothes and cold air will kill you as sure as teeth will.
Got it.
Marcus, don't let your people blame themselves into paralysis. You did what you could.
Jenny, can you say their names? Just on air?
If you want me to.
Ray, Keisha, Manny, old Mr. Phelps.
Ray, Keisha, Manny, Mr. Phelps. We heard you. We're holding their names with you. Check in tonight if you can.
Yeah, I will. Thank you.
Stay alive.
Marcus, we're with you. All right. Jenny's going to give the survival forecast. Then I'll share what we pulled off the scanner this morning.
Forecast for the next 24. Rain late morning into afternoon. Overcast. That matters. Overcast means the day never fully brightens, and the infected we've observed tend to move more when it feels like dusk all day. More drifting, more sudden turns, more mistakes you can't afford. Rain covers sound. That can help you. It can help them, too. If you're planning to move, do it early while the streets are readable. If you're collecting water, set your containers now, quietly. Don't scramble once it starts. Scrambling is noise. Roof collection works if you keep it quick and low. If your roof door squeals, oil it. If you can't, don't use it unless you have to.
Scanner traffic. Straight truth, military comms are rare now. Where it used to be constant, it's fragments, code words, clipped voices, exhaustion. At 0612, we caught a burst. Weak, but clear enough for a few words. Newark corridor no longer viable. Then evac remaining forces from Jersey. Then a phrase I didn't like. Consolidate to shoreline assets.
That sounds like leaving.
It might be. Or it might be regrouping somewhere we can't reach. Either way, if you're in New Jersey listening, don't plan on a convoy coming through Newark. That's what that sounded like. A door closing. Messages. Jenny's going to read a few. Keep yours short. Battery is currency now.
Messages. Queens. Name withheld. My dad has insulin for 4 days. Any clinics open? Any pharmacies with cold storage? I don't have a clean answer. If you have insulin you can spare, coordinate through us. Cross streets, time windows, no exact addresses. Staten Island. We made it to day 47. Today's our baby's first birthday. We found 1 candle. Whoever you are, happy birthday to that kid. Hold on to that. Midtown. I'm alone. I haven't spoken out loud in 9 days. Can someone just talk to me? If you're close enough and safe enough to answer, send 1 sentence. 1 sentence can pull somebody back from the edge.
And if you can't, listening still counts. Emergency alert system message just came through again.
Same one.
Stay indoors. Await further instruction. Assistance is being coordinated. If you're new to this frequency and you're hearing that, I'm not going to feed you false comfort. That message is old. Waiting gets people killed.
It tells people to freeze. Freezing is how you die.
What we can say, make a plan. If you're indoors, stay indoors unless you have to move. If you have to move, move quiet, move smart. Don't chase rumors.
I haven't heard from my sister in Connecticut in 5 days.
Okay.
She used to check in every other day, even when nothing worked, and now, nothing.
Your brain is filling the silence with the worst picture it can paint. That's what brains do. It doesn't mean it's true.
I hate that I'm saying this on air.
You're human on air. People listening need that. Field report if he's still there. Dave, our old traffic reporter. Dave, give us your status.
Dave, you're on.
It's Dave, Lower East Side, same building. We lost the 2nd floor yesterday. Nobody screamed, which means they didn't have time.
Dave, give us observations, patterns. Don't give details that put you at risk.
Overcast days, more activity, not just movement, clustering. They drift toward intersections, stop under awnings, like they're following routes they used to take when they were people.
Muscle memory.
Yeah, and rain changes it. They react later, like they'll be closer before they turn. So you think you're fine because they're not reacting, and then you step on glass, and it's over.
Grim. That matters. Any sign of pack behavior?
I don't want to start rumors, but there was a group, 6-7, that moved together down to Lansing, like something pulled them at the same time.
Could be a sound we didn't hear. Could be scent, but we're noting it.
Also, financial district. I can't see it, but when the wind's right, there's a mass down there. Constant movement. If anyone's thinking of going south for supplies, don't.
We've been hearing that. Dave, check in tonight if you can. Stay quiet.
Yeah, okay. Thanks, Jenny.
Dave, stay alive. Community notes. This is what this station is now. Connection and warning. Pharmacy on 5th Avenue near the mid-30s. Multiple listeners say the back gate was still chained as of yesterday morning. That might mean meds are still inside. It also might mean it's a trap. If you go, don't go alone. Bring a spotter, have an exit. If you don't have all 3, don't go.
And don't sprint. Sprinting is loud. Sprinting makes you trip. Move like you want to live.
Horde movement reported pushing north through the financial district toward City Hall and the bridge approaches. If you're in Lower Manhattan, don't wait to see if it passes. They don't pass. They settle. They turn neighborhoods into cages.
And to the Midtown listener who asked for someone to talk to, we're going to hold a line after the hour. If you can, stay with us.
It's 07 by our wall clock. Day 47 morning check-in. We lost 4 in the Bronx warehouse, and we said their names out loud. We may have just heard the Newark corridor shut down. Rain is coming, which means cover and danger. People are still celebrating birthdays in the dark, and people are still asking for insulin. We're gonna reset for a moment. Fuel check, equipment check, and then we'll be back. And when we return, I'm going to share 3 words we caught on the scanner just before sunrise. 3 words that sounded like an order. If I heard it right, it means this city might be about to learn what containment really costs. We're back. Day 47, Wednesday afternoon, if you're keeping track, if you still care about the calendar. Red Zone Radio is still on the air. Not strong, not clean, but on. We did a fuel check during the break. We're not going to pretend we're fine. We've got enough to keep the generator running in stretches, short bursts, planned, no waste. So this afternoon block is going to matter.
If you're listening, keep your volume down. Don't sit by a window. And if you're in a building with other people, don't assume they all mean well.
Timestamp. Our wall clock says 2:18 p.m. Overcast is thickening like a lid. The rain Jenny warned about is coming in sheets off the river. And before we even got back on mic, we saw something from the studio window that I never thought I'd see in this city.
Michael?
Marge, we're going to tell it straight for those who can't see it, but we're going to do it responsibly. No rumors, no panic for sport, just facts as we know them. For the last 2 hours, there's been movement up north. Washington Heights, Fort Washington, the approaches. You could feel it in the city, even if you weren't there. That pressure, that swell. And then 15 minutes ago...
The George Washington Bridge is gone.
The George Washington Bridge was deliberately destroyed.
We watched it.
From this building, you can see a corridor of sky and steel if you know where to look. We saw the line of it, and then we saw the flash. Then the sound came later, like the city itself flinched.
It didn't fall like a building collapse. It broke, like someone snapped a bone.
We have no way to confirm who gave the order. But the timing and the pattern, this was controlled demolition. A containment action.
Containment. Like we're bugs under a glass.
I hear you. I do. But right now, the priority is what it means for anyone listening. So let's be clear. If you were planning to reach Manhattan from New Jersey via the GWB, that route is gone. If you were planning to leave Manhattan northbound, that route is gone.
Manhattan is an island in a way it hasn't been since before the bridges. And this time it's not romantic. It's a cage.
We've got a caller who was close enough to the bridge to see the chaos. Sarah from Washington Heights. Jenny, she's female. This stays with me.
Go ahead, Sarah. Oh my God, I can't. Michael, can you hear me?
I hear you, Sarah. I need you to take 1 breath. 1. Then talk to me like you're giving directions.
It was crowded. Not like cars, no, people walking, families, like they thought the military was letting them cross. They were lined up and there were soldiers, and then there was yelling, like a wave of yelling.
Where were you when the blast happened?
My building's a few blocks back. I was on a stairwell landing because my window faces the street. I know you say don't go to windows, but my parents are down there. My parents were trying to get across to Jersey because my brother's in Fort Lee.
Sarah, where are your parents now?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. There were people on the bridge, Michael. I saw silhouettes moving, and then there was that flash, and parts of it just disappeared. And then screaming, like a stadium screaming. The sound came, and then the dust, and then people started running the wrong way because there is no right way.
Sarah, I need you away from any window. Center of your building, do you understand me?
But if they come back, if my parents come back, how will I...
If you die at that window, you'll never see them. Get to the center of the building. Put something heavy between you and the hallway door. Now.
Okay, I'm moving. Michael, they didn't wait. They didn't wait for everyone to get off.
I hear you.
People were stuck on the approach, pushing, falling. The soldiers were yelling back, and people couldn't back up because there were bodies behind them, alive bodies, just pressed together. And then the infected. I saw them, Michael. I saw them in the crowd. One of them bit a guy, and nobody even noticed at first because everybody's screaming anyway.
Sarah, do you have a way to signal your parents without leaving? A note in the lobby? A mark on the stairwell?
I can leave something by the mailboxes, but what if someone takes it?
Leave it hidden. Under a loose tile, behind the radiator if there is one, somewhere only someone searching for it might find. One sentence. I'm upstairs, center unit. Listen for the radio. Then get back in.
Okay.
Sarah, if you can't find them today, you try again tomorrow, if tomorrow exists. But you stay alive for that chance.
Okay.
We're with you, Sarah. Get safe.
Oh, God.
Jenny, take a second.
I'm fine.
Okay. We're going to keep going. Because people listening can't afford us collapsing. Chain reaction. Within minutes of the bridge coming down, reports started pouring in. Some by radio, some by text, some by people screaming it from rooftops like it's the 18th century.
Williamsburg bridge barricades are failing.
That's what we're hearing. Multiple sources saying the Brooklyn side has pressure building. Infected movement pushing up from the waterfront and through the streets that used to feed into the bridge.
Brooklyn Bridge has been impassable for weeks, you all know that. The approaches are blocked, the lanes are filled with dead cars, and the tunnels.
Tunnels are either flooded, sealed, or filled with what you don't want to meet underground. We have heard the same reports. Holland and Lincoln approaches are no longer viable. We had that earlier movement near Holland Tunnel. This is what it turns into.
It's not just Manhattan being isolated, it's people being separated like paper being torn.
We're going to read listener reactions because this is where misinformation spreads fast. If you're sending a message, say what you saw. Don't say what your cousin's friend said. We need truth.
Message: my husband is in Jersey City. I'm in Chelsea. I can see across and I can't get across. Another: my kids are on the Brooklyn side. I'm stuck in Midtown. Tell me there's a way. Another: we were walking toward the bridge and soldiers turned us back. Then the explosion. My mother couldn't run. Michael, I can't keep reading these.
Jenny, then don't. Breathe. I'll take the next ones. Listener from the Upper West Side. Is this safety or a death sentence? Listener from Harlem. If they blew the bridge, what do they plan to do to us? Listener from Queens. They said acceptable losses.
That phrase again.
Which brings us to the scanner intercept. We caught a transmission on a military frequency. Fragmentary, but clear enough in parts. I'm going to paraphrase, not quote exact, because I'm not trying to give anyone a frequency to hunt, but the content matters. We heard acceptable losses. We heard containment protocol successful. And we heard maintain perimeter, do not engage rescue attempts.
Do not engage rescue attempts.
That's what it sounded like.
That means they watched people trapped on the bridge and decided it was worth it. That means they heard screaming and called it protocol.
Jenny.
No, Michael, don't Jenny me. Don't put your calm voice on it like it makes it okay.
I'm not saying it's okay. I'm saying we need to keep our heads, because people are making decisions right now based on what we say.
Fine. Here's the decision. If you are waiting for instructions, stop. If you are waiting for a rescue convoy, stop. They are not coming across a bridge that isn't there.
We have callers fighting on the lines already. We're not letting this become a shouting match. We're going to take one viewpoint at a time. First caller is male. Jenny, you take him.
You're on. Say your name.
Name's Rick. I'm in the East Village. I'm telling you, this is good. This is safety. You keep everybody out. You keep the infected out. You keep...
Rick, the infected are already here.
Not like Jersey. You heard Sarah. There was a wave. That wave doesn't cross now. That's the point.
And the people on the bridge were what? Collateral?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying if they didn't do it, Manhattan would have been overrun in a day. A day, Jenny.
Then say it. Say acceptable losses like they did.
I'm saying I have kids in this building, and if blowing a bridge keeps them alive, then...
Then what? Then the people on it don't count?
They count, but they're dead either way. They were dead either way.
You don't know that.
You don't know they weren't infected already. You don't know what was on that bridge.
And you don't know they weren't trying to get to a child on the other side.
Rick, stop. We're not doing this. You made your point. Jenny made hers. Rick, if your building is secure, stay secure. That's all we're taking from this call. Next caller is female, Michael. She's in Chinatown. Name withheld. Go ahead.
Michael, my sister is in Brooklyn. I'm in Manhattan. I have a rowboat. It's stupid, I know, but I can't just sit here.
It's not stupid to love your sister. It's dangerous to act on panic. Tell me where you are.
Near the river. I can see shapes moving under the bridges, like the tunnels are breathing.
Listen to me. Do not go to the water. The water is not an escape route. It's a trap. If you have a boat, you hide it. You don't launch it in daylight, and you don't go alone.
But she's...
I know. Here's what you do instead. You get a message to someone on the Brooklyn side through radio. You do not cross yourself. If your sister is alive and listening, she will move towards sound. She will move towards voices. You stay alive long enough to be that voice.
Okay.
Go to the center of your building. Stay away from windows. You check in at dusk, not now.
Thank you.
Stay with us.
My sister was last known to be in New Jersey.
Jen.
I didn't tell you that part this morning because it felt too personal. But yeah, she went to New Jersey after the first month. Someone told her there was a relocation point. A bus. She didn't want to stay in Connecticut alone with the kids. She said Jersey was closer to the city if she needed to find me. Okay, and now the bridge is gone. That means she's either unreachable or
the worst thing your brain is painting.
Don't do that calming thing.
I'm not calming you. I'm staying upright because if I fall, you fall, and if we both fall, the people listening fall.
I need a minute.
Take it.
I'm stepping away.
Jenny's off mic. It's just me for a minute. If you're listening and you're in a place where you can check your doors, check them. If you're near an exterior wall, move inward. Overcast and rain makes this time of day feel like evening, and evening is when mistakes multiply. People ask us, sometimes in messages, sometimes in the way they talk, how we keep doing this. The answer is ugly and simple. Routine. You do the next right thing, then the next one. You don't look too far ahead because the horizon is a cliff. I haven't talked about my family much. Not because I don't care, because if I talk about them, I'll stop breathing right. My brother was in Queens in the early days. He didn't make it out. My mother was in Jersey. Yeah, Jersey. Because she was visiting a friend. I never got her back, so when I say I understand what it is to stare across water and feel like you're staring across an ocean, I mean it. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry that this is what our lives became, but we're here. That still matters. A voice still matters. A warning still matters. Resource reality check. If Manhattan is isolated, fully isolated, then you need to think like you're on a ship. What's on the island is what you have. No convoys, no next week, no will restock. You plan with what's left. Food. You scavenge, but you don't burn calories to chase a fantasy stockpile. Water. Rain catch, rooftop systems, boiling if you can, medicine. Treat it like gold and don't advertise it. Ammunition. Don't waste it. A gun is loud, and loud is a dinner bell. I'm back.
You sure?
No, but I'm here.
Okay.
I heard you talking about routine. You're right. So here's my routine. I tell the truth.
Do it.
If you are in Manhattan, you stop telling yourself help is coming across a bridge. If you are in Brooklyn, Queens, the Bronx, Staten Island, same. The bridges are not lifelines anymore. They're choke points. They're noise magnets. They're places where bodies pile up and draw more bodies. And if you're hearing clinical language, acceptable losses, you understand what that means. It means you are numbers to someone who is not here. We are done pretending otherwise.
We still need to be careful, Jen.
Careful is not the same as silent.
Fair. We're going to take one more call, then we're going to do a quick connection segment. Caller is male. Jenny.
Go ahead.
Name's Leon. I'm in Tribeca. We have 12 people. We're hearing that the Williamsburg barricade is falling. We're thinking of moving north, toward Midtown, because the south it's a wall of them.
Leon, you move only if staying is a death sentence. If you move early, you move quiet, you move with a plan. Overcast will hide you, but it will also hide them.
We have a kid, and an older man who can't do stairs fast. We can't run.
Then you don't pick routes that require running. You stick to interiors when you can. You avoid wide-open plazas. You avoid the park, and you avoid the subway entrances like they're holes in the earth.
Is Midtown safer?
Midtown has more buildings, more places to disappear. It also has more people who tried to disappear and didn't make it. There is no safe. There's only less immediately deadly.
Okay, thank you.
Keep your kids' mouth covered if you pass dust. Keep them close. Check in tonight if you can.
All right, connections. Marcus in the Bronx asked about offshore ships. We can't confirm, but we can confirm something else. A group in Harlem reported a locked supply cage in a hardware store on 125th. Boards, nails, basic tools. If you are nearby and you have the strength, coordinate with them through us. Don't go alone.
And we're hearing more movement, north through the financial district, up towards City Hall. That means the bridge approaches. Brooklyn Bridge, Manhattan Bridge, may become funnels. If you're anywhere near those corridors, move away now, not later.
It's 3:27 p.m., day 47 afternoon. The George Washington Bridge has been destroyed. Whatever you call it, containment, protocol, desperation, it happened. Manhattan is now cut off in a way that will change everything.
I can't stop thinking about the people on it.
Neither can I. We're going dark after this block to preserve fuel. We'll be back tonight if the generator holds. And if it doesn't, then this might be the last time some of you hear our voices. Before we go, one last thing. That scanner phrase I mentioned this morning, the order. We heard it again, clearer this time. 2 words. Scorched perimeter. If that means what it sounds like, then the next few hours are going to change the map of this city. Stay inside, stay quiet, and if you have someone you love on the other side of the water, say what you need to say, while you still can.
Red Zone Radio. This is Michael Hale. If you're hearing me, you caught us in our new schedule. We're not doing the long blocks anymore. We can't. Fuel is math now, and math doesn't care how badly we want to keep talking. Time context. Day 48, Thursday evening, week 7, after dark. Our wall clock says 9:11 p.m. We're running the transmitter in short bursts to conserve the generator. If you're new to this frequency, listen close. We come on at set times now. If you miss us, don't waste battery hunting. Save your power. Survive first.
Night is when people call us just to hear another human voice. Night is when the city gets honest.
That's why we're here. Before we open the lines, quick recap for anyone who didn't catch the afternoon block. Manhattan is cut off. The George Washington Bridge was destroyed as part of containment. Bridge approaches are choke points. Tunnels are not routes. Overcast and rain changed movement patterns. If you moved today, you felt it.
And the military channels? They went quiet.
We'll get to that. First, this night shift is for check-ins and for connection. If you're alone, don't sit with the silence until it eats you. If you can safely call, call. If you can't, listen. Listening counts. One reminder, keep your windows covered. Keep your lights off. Keep your voice low. And if you're calling from a landline that still works, don't say your exact address. Cross streets at most.
We have a caller holding. Name Tommy. Male caller, so he stays with me.
Go ahead, Jenny.
Tommy, you're on with Red Zone. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Hi, I'm Tommy.
Hi, Tommy. Where are you calling from?
Brooklyn? Near the big parkway? My dad used to say the name like it was important. I don't want to say too much.
That's smart. You don't have to say more than you want. How old are you, Tommy?
14.
Okay, 14. Are you alone?
I mean, not alone. Duke's here. My dog. He's kind of the boss now.
Duke sounds like good company. Are your parents with you? Pause, then quieter.
They didn't come home. My mom went to work, and my dad went to look for my uncle, and they said, lock the door, don't open it. And I did. And then it got loud outside for like 2 days, and then it got quiet. And now it's been 6 days, I think. I don't know. I'm trying to keep track with the microwave clock, but it keeps blinking.
You did the right thing. You stayed inside. You listened.
Duke growls when they're close, so I'm good. I'm totally good.
Tommy, I'm gonna ask you something boring, okay? Have you been eating?
There's cereal and like soup cans, but I don't want to waste the opener, because if it breaks, I'm done.
Use a spoon. You can open cans with a spoon and a rough surface. Carefully, quietly, slow. No sudden banging. You can do it.
Really?
Really. And water?
Small amounts. I filled the bathtub, like you said last time. It's kind of gross now, but it's water.
Cam, you can purify small amounts if you have a pot and can heat it. If you can't, let it settle and take from the top, not the bottom. And Tommy, listen to me. Do not go into the hallway at night, not even if you think you hear your parents.
What if it's them?
If it's them, they'll come in the daytime, and they'll know the knock you made up. Make one now if you don't have one. 3 taps, pause, 2 taps. Something simple. If someone knocks wrong, you do not open.
Okay. 3, pause, 2. Got it.
Tommy, you're not alone. You hear me?
I don't like being alone.
I know, sweetheart.
Tommy, this is Michael. I'm here too.
Michael, let me handle him.
You're right. Tommy, you're with Jenny. We're right here.
Okay.
Tommy, one more thing. Does anyone else live in your building that you know is alive? Any sounds? Any footsteps that sound human?
Sometimes I hear, like a door far away, but it could be, the building.
We're going to talk about that. Stay on the line for a minute, okay?
Okay.
This is for everyone listening. Buildings talk at night. They settle. Pipes click. Wind moves through hallways. You have to learn what's normal for your building so you can hear what isn't. Here's my system. I listen in 3s. First, the house sounds. Pipes, radiator ticks, the hum of whatever's left running. Second, the weather sounds. Wind, rain, distant thunder. Third, the wrong sounds. A footstep that has weight. A scrape that pauses. A sound that repeats like it's searching.
And if you can't tell?
Then you assume it's wrong. And you don't move. You let the sound pass. You don't go looking. Curiosity is how you die.
So, if I hear something and Duke growls, I just stay?
You stay. You breathe through it. You don't make noise. You don't panic run. You wait until daylight. Daylight is your friend, even when the sky is gray.
Okay, I can do that.
You're doing it already. Tommy, I want you to check in tomorrow night if you can. Same time. If you can't call, listen. And if you can't listen, then you keep the routine anyway. Cereal. Water. Quiet. 3 taps. 2 taps.
Okay, I'll try. Thank you, Jenny.
We'll be here.
Tommy, stay alive.
He's off.
All right. Confession calls. This is the part of night I didn't understand before all this. How much people need to say what they've done out loud. Like if someone hears it, it hurts less.
We're not judges. We're not priests. We're just witnesses.
First confession line is female, so she stays with me. Go ahead. You don't have to use your real name.
Call me Nina. I'm in the Upper East Side, or what's left of it.
Nina, you're on.
I stole from a dead woman. I took her bag. And I didn't even look at her face, because if I looked, I couldn't do it. But my son needed antibiotics. I didn't know if they were in the bag. I just took it.
Did you find them?
No, it was just pictures, a wallet, candy, like she was going to work, like she had a normal day planned, and I left her there, without her name, without her bag, without anything. I keep thinking, if someone finds me, they'll do the same.
Mina, you're still thinking like a human being. The fact that it hurts means something.
Does it? Or does it just mean I'm weak?
It means you remember the rules, even while the world breaks them. And you're trying to hold on to something. That's not weakness. That's survival of a different kind.
You're not the only one, Nina. People just don't say it.
Nina, if you can, do one thing that honors her. Don't know her name? Then give her one. Call her someone. Put her back in your mind as a person, not an obstacle. That's how you don't lose yourself.
Okay.
Gently. Check in again if you need. You're not alone. Next confession is male, Jenny.
Go ahead.
Name's Alan. Midtown West. I left a man. He was hurt. His leg was, crushed. He couldn't walk. He was begging me. And I just kept moving.
Why?
Because if I stopped, I'd die too. Because he was loud, and it was drawing them. Because I'm a coward.
That doesn't make you a coward. That makes you a survivor who had to make an impossible choice.
Don't make it sound noble.
It's not noble. It's not evil. It's what this is. You want to do penance? Then live in a way that makes his death mean something. Warn someone. Share supplies once. Pull someone up a stairwell. That's the only currency left.
He called me kid, and I'm 34.
Yeah. People do that when they're scared. They reach for anything familiar.
Alan, you're not the only one carrying a ghost.
You can't go back, but you can decide who you are tomorrow. Check in.
Turning. Military scanner silence. This is the first full day we've heard almost nothing. No clipped orders, no corridor, no protocol, just empty air.
That could mean they're gone, or it could mean they're listening.
If they're listening, then hear this. The people you left behind are still here. We're still here.
And your emergency alert message is still playing like a broken lullaby.
Which, right on time, just triggered again.
Stop telling people to stay indoors and wait for instructions. Nobody is coming. Do you understand me? If you're listening to that message and you're sitting on your hands, you're going to die on your hands.
Jen.
No. I'm done being polite to a recording. They need to know. They need to stop waiting and start surviving.
Okay. We're going to give people something to hold on to for a minute. It's strange to do this in the middle of all this, but it matters.
Do it.
I'm going to read something short. Not because it fixes anything, because beauty is a kind of food. Even now, in the dark, there are hands finding hands. There are names spoken softly so they don't disappear. There are small lights that refuse to quit. That's not from a book. That's from looking out the window at a city that used to roar and realizing the quiet still has people in it.
I remember the city before. I remember complaining about crowded sidewalks.
I'd give anything to be annoyed by a stranger again. We have a caller, male, identifying himself as Dr. Reeves, Lenox Hill. Jenny, he stays with you.
Dr. Reeves, go ahead.
This is Reeves, hospital administrator. We're failing. Our generator is sputtering. We're down to emergency lights and candles in some corridors. We have 4 patients we cannot move. 1 ventilator, 2 post-op, 1 child with severe infection. Staff is minimal. We are barricaded, but it's thinning.
Listeners, are you hearing infected inside the building?
Not inside yet. We hear them outside. They press at doors when it's quiet. When it's loud, they scatter. We've been using noise carefully, like bait, but we're running out of ways to control it.
What do you need?
Fuel, batteries, antibiotics, hands. We need hands. We need people who can move quietly, carry weight, and not panic when they see things they can't unsee.
Tight. Listeners, if you are close to Lenox Hill and you have the ability to move, do not rush in blind. But if you can coordinate, we will facilitate. Dr. Reeves, can you hold for a minute while we see who's out there?
Yes, please.
All right, this is what we do now. If you're within a safe radius of Lenox Hill and you have a group, not one person, a group, send a short check-in, your general area, your head count, your capacity. Don't give routes, don't give addresses.
And if you're listening and you're alone like Tommy, do not try to be a hero. This is not a solo mission.
We've got responses coming in fast.
Group of 3 Upper East Side. We have 1 hand cart we can move at dawn. 2 nurses, Yorkville, low supplies but willing. Group of 6 near Central Park West Edge. Cannot cross the park. Good. Don't cross the park. Central Park is a no-go. It's not a shortcut, it's a grave.
Dr. Reeves, you're hearing this. There are people willing to try. We're going to suggest timing. Dawn, not night. Night is when errors become funerals.
We can't run this like a normal operation, but we can share principles. Move in pairs, 1 watching, 1 carrying. No shouting, no flashlights unless covered, and have a fallback point, somewhere to retreat if the street turns.
And if you can't do it safely, you don't do it. We don't need more bodies in the street.
We're going to keep the line open for 10 more minutes for Lenox Hill coordination. After that, we go dark again to save fuel.
Day 48, evening. The bridges are gone. The official voices are gone. The nights are longer than they used to be. But a 14-year-old kid in Brooklyn is still counting days, and a hospital is still trying to keep a child alive by candlelight.
That matters.
We'll be back tomorrow morning if the generator holds. And if you're one of the groups moving toward Lenox Hill at dawn, check your courage tonight, because the city you walk through in the morning light is not the city you remember. And something about this overcast, something about the way they move today, tells me the infected are changing again. Red Zone Radio, Michael Hale. Day 62, Week 9, Wednesday afternoon. If you're counting, you already know what that means. We've outlasted 2 months of the world ending, and we're still here, somehow, in a city that keeps asking how much you're willing to trade for 1 more day. Timestamp, 1:42 p.m. by our studio clock. The sky has been the color old paper all day. Streets are mostly still from this window, but that doesn't mean safe. Stillness in this city has become a warning, not a relief.
We're running on a tighter schedule. Shorter broadcasts. Longer dark periods. Not because we want to disappear, because we have to.
Today we're going to say something we avoided for a long time, because it felt like admitting defeat. But pretending we're not running out of things doesn't make more things appear. We're going to talk about supplies, about scarcity, about what happens when the city finally dries out and the last maybe tomorrow turns into no.
Bluntly, inventory isn't depressing. Inventory is survival.
So, here's ours, on air for the first time. Weighed down. Fuel. Enough for planned broadcasts for maybe a few weeks, if we don't get forced into long emergency blocks. Food. We can stretch it with rationing. Rice, beans, canned goods we scavenged early, but it's not endless. Water. Rooftop collection and filtration, but the weather's been unreliable, and the rooftop is a risk. Medical. Basic first aid. Some antibiotics. Not much else. Batteries. Always low. Always.
And coffee is gone. That's the real apocalypse.
Don't tempt me to laugh, Jen. I might not stop.
If you're listening, you need to do the same inventory. Not in your head, not in a panic, On paper, numbers, days, people. If you don't know what you have, you can't plan.
Transition. We have a family group in Queens holding. Caller is male. Jenny, you take him.
Go ahead, tell me your name.
Rodriguez. Luis. I'm calling from Queens, apartment complex near Main Avenue. We got 12 families in this building. We've been pooling since week 2. We're out.
Out of food, out of water, out of everything?
Food is the big one. We got kids, we got old people, we got one woman who's pregnant. We've been doing 1 meal a day. Now it's scraps. And the guys are getting angry. Not infected angry, people angry.
What are your 2 options?
Supply run or relocate. There's talk about a safe zone up in Westchester, like there's farms, like people are organized. But we can't just walk there with kids. And a supply run, every run costs us someone.
Staying costs you everyone. That's the math.
I know. I need someone to tell me which way to die less.
Okay, listen. If you do a supply run, you keep it small and specific. You don't see what you can find. You go for one target you can reach and leave fast. Pharmacy, warehouse, bodega back room, wherever you think isn't stripped. If you relocate, you do it in stages. Safe points, short moves, rest, move again. You don't do a heroic march.
But Westchester, how do we even know it's real?
You don't. You verify through radio. You send one scout pair, not your whole building. And if your scouts don't come back, you don't assume they found paradise.
We're not trained. We're just neighbors.
I know. That's why you need rules, a council. One person doesn't decide in a hallway with a baseball bat in their hand. You decide in daylight with everyone watching.
Okay. We can do that. Thank you.
Keep your kids away from the arguments. And Luis, if you think your building is starting to fracture, you address it now. Hunger turns people into strangers.
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
Check in tomorrow. If you relocate, tell us your general direction so people don't walk into you by accident.
Luis, stay alive. We've got multiple reports today of territorial disputes. And I don't mean 2 people argued. I mean organized groups claiming blocks.
Grocery store near the river became a fight zone yesterday. Same story we've heard. Somebody finds a hidden stash, word spreads, and suddenly it's a war over canned corn.
This is where we say something unpopular. If you're a small group, don't challenge a larger group head on. You won't win. You'll just add bodies to the street and make noise.
And if you are a large group, taking from smaller groups because you can, understand that you're building enemies faster than you're building security.
Quick national roundup, because this isn't just New York. Shortwave operators in Ohio and Pennsylvania are reporting the same thing. Neighborhoods turning into little kingdoms. People guarding grocery warehouses like fortresses. A voice out of Atlanta said water access is becoming the first reason groups move, not infected pressure. A caller earlier today from Chicago said the lakefront looks calm until you get close. Then you see the scavenger fights.
The outbreak didn't just take people, it took the supply lines. And once that happens, every city becomes the same problem in different clothes.
We have a medical crisis line. Caller is female. She stays with me. Go ahead.
My name's Danielle. I'm in the Bronx. My daughter is diabetic. We have insulin for maybe 2 days. 2, and it's been warm in here because we can't run the air, so I don't even know if it's still good.
Danielle, how old is your daughter?
Her name's Kayla. She's trying to be brave, and she keeps asking if we can have pancakes when it's over, and Michael, I don't know what to tell her.
You tell her yes. You tell her yes because she needs a future to hold on to. Now, practical. Do you have a cooler? Any ice?
No ice. We tried the bathtub water trick, but the building water stopped.
Okay. Insulin storage is tricky. If it's been warm, it may have degraded, but don't assume it's useless. You need options. Listeners, if anyone has insulin they can spare or access to a pharmacy stash with refrigerated stock, we need coordination, not 100 people rushing, one secure exchange.
I don't want to die trying to get medicine, but she'll die if we don't.
I know. Danielle, where are you in terms of mobility? Can you move or are you sheltering?
We're sheltering. I can't drag her across streets.
Then we don't move you, we bring help to you if it's possible. Keep listening after the hour. We'll hold a coordination window. If you can send one short message with cross streets and a signal method, do it. Keep it vague.
Thank you.
Stay with us. Stay alive.
This is what scarcity looks like. It's not dramatic. It's a mother counting days.
Ethical dilemma line? Caller is male. Jenny.
Go ahead.
Name's Kevin. Harlem. I've been hoarding. I found a storage closet in my building weeks ago with canned food and bottled water, and I didn't tell anyone. Not my neighbors, not even my cousin in the next unit. I told myself it was for my kids. Now people are starting to get desperate, and I don't know if I'm the bad guy or the smart guy.
You're both.
That's not an answer.
It's the only honest answer. Look, if your kids starve because you shared everything, you'll hate yourself. If your neighbors die because you hid it, you'll hate yourself. Scarcity makes every choice dirty.
So what do I do?
You don't dump your stash on the hallway floor and announce it. You also don't pretend you're invisible. You pick 1 or 2 people you trust. You form a small ration plan. You trade some for security. You use resources to build allies, not to build a secret.
And remember, secrets leak.
Exactly. If someone finds out later that you let them starve while you ate, they won't forgive you. They'll take it. And Kevin, if you can spare a little to keep someone alive, do it, because a living neighbor is a pair of hands on your barricade.
Rationing segment. Jenny, you've been the numbers person lately. Give them something usable.
All right. Basics. Stop eating like it's a normal day. Your body can adapt to less, but it can't adapt to chaos. Pick a calorie baseline. For adults doing low movement, you can survive on less than you think, 1,200 to 1,500 a day for a while, but you'll get weak. Kids need more consistency. Elderly need hydration more than they need volume. Water. Minimum is about 1 liter a day just to not fall apart, but more is better. If you can't boil, you can still improve water with sunlight in clear bottles over time. If it's cloudy, filter through cloth first. Don't drink rooftop runoff from the first rain. Let it wash the dirt away, then collect. And ration as a group if you're a group. If one person eats more, everyone fights later. Write it down. Make it boring. Boring keeps you alive.
We need to talk about the supply run that didn't come back.
Yesterday, a listener, male, named Andre, said he was going with 3 others to hit a restaurant supply warehouse. He promised a check-in at noon today.
Noon came. Nothing. And now we have a call from someone in his group. Caller is female. She stays with me.
My name's Tasha. We went. We shouldn't have gone. It looked quiet, and then it wasn't. We got inside, and the smell. There were bodies already, old. And Andre stepped on glass, and it was like the whole block woke up.
Tasha, are you safe right now?
I'm back in our building. We lost Andre and Malik. We got 2 boxes of dried pasta and some canned tomatoes. 2 people for pasta.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. Warn people. Tell them it's not worth it. Nothing is worth it.
I can't promise that, Tasha. People will still have to risk runs, but I can warn them to choose targets carefully and to leave when the first sign goes wrong.
We thought we were smart.
Smart doesn't mean safe anymore. Tasha, rest. Hydrate. If you have wounds, treat them. And if you can, say their names out loud.
Andre. Malik.
Andre and Malik. We heard you.
Power grid failure cascade. This is spreading faster now.
Reports from multiple boroughs. Blocks that used to have sporadic power are going permanently dark. That means no elevator even sometimes. No hallway lights. No emergency buzzers. No water pumps in tall buildings.
If you're in a high-rise and you still have a choice, consider moving down, not out. Lower floors reduce stair load, but don't move into a lobby. Lobbies are glass traps.
And here's the question nobody wants to ask, but people are asking us anyway.
They're asking what we do when the generator fuel runs out.
We stop broadcasting.
And then what?
Then we become what everyone else is. 2 people with limited supplies in a building that can be breached. We'll try to reach a community. We'll try to live. But we won't pretend the station is immortal.
Which is why, if you're listening, don't make us your only plan. Make your own network. Find your own voices. Practice being with us now, before you have to.
Day 62, afternoon. Scarcity isn't coming. It's here. Families are running out. People are fighting over stores that used to be boring. A child is running out of insulin. A supply run bought 2 boxes of pasta and 2 funerals. And the lights are going out for good in places that used to flicker back.
The city is shrinking, not in size, in what it can support.
We'll be back tonight, if fuel allows. And if you're hearing this and thinking about doing something desperate tomorrow, don't do it alone. Don't do it loud. And don't do it because you're scared. Do it because you planned it. Because fear is loud, and the city hears loud now.
This is Michael Hale, Red Zone Radio, Day 73, Week 10, Sunday morning. If you've been listening with us for a while, you know we don't use the word safe anymore. We say holding. We say not breached. We say still here. Timestamp 8:06 a.m. The sky's clear for once, and that should feel like a gift. Instead, it feels like the city can see us again, like the streets are exposed, like there's nowhere to hide.
We're getting calls in a flood, Michael. It's not good.
We're going to do this carefully. We're going to keep it useful. If you're listening in a group, keep your volume down. If you're alone, don't move toward the sound of other people. Sound draws everything now, hope and teeth. We are receiving multiple fragmentary reports from around 34th Street, Madison Square Garden. The garden has been housing, last reliable count, around 300 survivors, one of the largest remaining concentrations in Manhattan.
People who went there because we said it was.
Because it looked like one of the few places with structure. Reinforced doors, shared watch, medical corner, food distribution. We talked about it as a holding point, not a promise. But I know what it sounded like. I know.
Don't do that. Don't soften it. I told people.
We both did. We have a live caller claiming to be inside the garden right now. Female caller, so she stays with me. Jenny, stay with me on this, but let me handle the line.
Okay.
Caller, what's your name?
Patricia, I'm in the upper level. I don't know what section. It's dark in here. People are running.
Patricia, I hear you. I need you to slow down just enough to answer a few questions. Are you injured?
No, I don't think so. I got hit. Someone shoved me. My arm hurts, but I can move. Michael, they're inside. They're inside.
Inside from where? Street level, loading bays, Penn Station access. Tell me what you saw.
Street level first. The doors, they had these barricades, right? Like stacked chairs and metal, and they were yelling for people to stop pushing, but everyone was pushing because there were sounds outside. And then somebody screamed, "They're at the doors." And then it was just pressure, like the whole building inhaled.
Okay. Patricia, listen. Do you see staff, any organized group giving directions?
There were volunteers with armbands. They were trying to keep people moving up, away from the entrances. But the stairs, Michael, the stairs are packed. People are falling. People are climbing over people.
Patricia, do not go with the crowd if it becomes a stampede. Stampedes kill faster than anything. If you can move laterally, side corridors, service hallways, anywhere away from the main flow, do it.
I don't know where to go. I don't know this place. I came here because everyone said it was the safest.
I know. Focus on what you can control. Are there doors labeled staff only or service?
Yes, there's one, but people are banging on it. Someone's trying to pry it open.
Commanding. Do not be the first through a forced door. Let the push happen, then follow at the edge. Keep your back to a wall if you can. Are you with anyone?
I was with my friend Lana, but I lost her in the stairs. I lost her. Michael, I can hear them. I can hear the noise.
Oh, God.
Jen, stay with me. Patricia, listen to my voice. You need height and barriers. Upper level is good, but you need a room that can be closed. Bathrooms, offices, a storage area. Anything with a door that locks.
People are jumping.
Jumping from where?
Upper deck. They're climbing the rail and dropping because they think it's better than...
Patricia, do not jump. Do you hear me? Do not jump. Find a door.
Someone just fell, and people didn't even stop. They stepped over him. They just...
Patricia, look at me through the radio. You're going to pick one direction and move with intention. Find a door. Any door.
There's a corridor. Sign says suite level. There's glass, though. There's glass.
Glass is noise if it breaks. Avoid it if you can. If you have to pass it, go slow. Keep your hands ready to steady yourself. Is there a metal push bar door nearby?
Yes, at the end. People are pushing toward it.
If that door opens to an exterior stairwell, it could be a route, but outside is chaos. Patricia, do you see daylight through it?
A little line of light.
Okay, when it opens, do not go down. Go up if you can. Roof access, catwalks, anywhere above street level.
I can't breathe.
Breathe with me. In, out. In, out. You're doing it. You're doing it.
They're coming up the stairs. I can see people turning. I can see...
Patricia, move now. Move laterally. Corridor, door, anything.
I'm moving. Michael, Lana, I can't find Lana. Michael!
Patricia, if you get out, you tell us where you are. You hear me. You get to a door, you close it, and you breathe. Don't run until you have to.
There's so many, and people are...
Patricia, stay with me. Patricia, answer me.
Michael?
Patricia, talk to me. Say one word. Patricia is no longer responding.
No.
Listen, if you are in the Madison Square Garden area, 34th Street, Penn Station, 7th and 8th Avenue corridors, do not move toward it. Do not go to help. The noise alone will kill you.
People will go anyway.
Then hear me. If you are already near it and you can see the crowd, move away from the crowd. Move away from the exits. The infected follow flow. Flow is death.
We're getting messages. So many.
Focused. Read what you can.
Shaking. They're pouring out into the street. It's a wave on 34th. Penn Station is screaming. We see people climbing fire escapes around Macy's. The noise is drawing them from blocks away.
That tracks. The garden sits on top of Penn Station like a lid. Those tunnels under it, those corridors, are highways now. Once panic starts above ground, it wakes what's below ground.
We told people to go there.
I know.
I told people last week it was one of the better options. I said, if you can make it, make it. And now it's...
Jenny, this is not on you alone. The city is breaking every rule we used to live by. Big groups look safe until they become targets.
But I said it on air. That's a weight I can't put down.
Then we carry it, together, and we use it to stop the next mistake. Community response. If you're nearby and you can see from a high window, send one message. Which direction is the flow moving? Uptown? East? West?
West, toward 9th. North along 7th. Some are pushing east toward 6th. It's splitting.
That means multiple corridors are compromised. Midtown is not one place. It's a maze. And right now the maze is filling.
We're getting calls from people who had family in there.
We'll take them, but we won't let the lines turn into a scream fest. One at a time. Caller is male. Jenny.
You're on. Name?
It's Omar. My wife and my brother were inside the garden. They went 3 weeks ago. I tried to get there last month and you told me not to because it was too risky. Now you're telling me it's gone?
Omar, I'm so sorry.
Sorry doesn't... I need to know if anyone got out. I need to know if there's a list. Is there a list?
There's no list yet. We're trying to collect names. We're trying to collect sightings. But I can't lie to you. If it's breached the way it sounds, the number out will be small.
My wife's name is Inez. My brother is Marco. If anyone sees them...
Listeners near 34th, if you saw Inez or Marco, send a message. General direction, what they were wearing, whether they were alone. Omar, don't go down there. You will not rescue them by walking into that chaos.
So I just sit?
You survive, so that if they are alive and they find a way out, there's someone left to meet them.
Okay. Okay.
Check in again tonight if you can.
Reports from nearby survivor pockets. Groups in Hell's Kitchen saying they can see infected drawn in by the sound. A small rooftop group near Herald Square saying the street is packed. Someone near Kips Bay saying the noise is reaching even there in waves.
This is what happens when a safe zone becomes a beacon.
Let's say the quiet part out loud. Large safe zones are not long-term solutions. They are targets. They require supplies at scale. When supplies run low, people fight inside. When people fight inside, defenses weaken. When defenses weaken, one breach becomes a collapse.
You can't hold a stadium with hunger in it.
And the infected don't need strategy. They need noise and openings.
How many got out?
We're hearing early estimates. Unreliable. Maybe 30. Maybe less. People are scattering into the neighborhood, which means they're vulnerable. Which means they'll either disappear into buildings, or they'll become part of the noise.
And everyone else?
We're not going to paint pictures we can't verify. But we're also not going to pretend.
I can't stop seeing Patricia in my head, and I don't even know her face.
That's because you're still human.
I don't want to be human if being human is just feeling everything break.
It's the only thing we've got left that matters. Here's what changes after today. If you're listening and you're part of a large group, over 50, start planning to split. Not in panic, in structure. Smaller units, shared meeting points, shared check-in times. Mobility is life now.
And if you're in a small group, don't advertise. Don't light big fires. Don't gather on rooftops like it's a rally. You are invisible by being boring.
Also, Penn Station area is now a hazard zone. The underground is a hazard zone. If you have to cross Midtown, do it by daylight and do it away from the main avenues.
Soft, devastated. I'm getting one more message. I was inside. I made it out the service corridor near the loading dock. I ran west. I didn't stop. No name. That's all they could send.
Tight. If that person is listening, do not keep running until you collapse. Find a quiet interior. Drink water. Treat cuts. Running makes you bleed, and bleeding makes you weak. Day 73 morning. Madison Square Garden has been breached. An icon turned into a trap. A place that held 300 may now hold silence.
We're going to remember the people who went there because they wanted to live together.
We'll be back tonight if fuel allows. And we need you to listen close. When a safe zone falls, it doesn't just kill the people inside. It changes the behavior outside. It moves the herds. It moves the hungry. It moves the desperate.
It makes everything around it unstable.
And we're already hearing, of smaller groups taking advantage of the chaos, looting the survivors, hunting the injured. If you thought the worst thing out there was the infected,
you haven't been watching people lately.
Stay inside. Stay quiet. And if you hear footsteps that sound organized, multiple pairs, moving with purpose, don't assume it's help. Because after today, the city may not just be overrun, it may be divided.
Red Zone Radio, Michael Hale. Day 89, Week 13, Tuesday evening. If you're still tracking days, you're doing it because counting is one of the last ways to prove you didn't turn into an animal. You're still a person who knows what Tuesday means. Timestamp, 8:47 p.m. We're on limited power. We're on limited everything. But we came on tonight because something just came through the emergency alert system that was different.
Not the same recycled stay indoors and wait. Not the same lie that keeps people still while the world moves on without them.
We're going to deliver it cleanly. No commentary during the message itself. After, whatever you feel, you're allowed to feel it. But during, we keep it clear. If you're listening and you're in a group, keep your volume down. If you're alone, sit with your back to a wall. Don't stand by a window. And if you're the kind of person who's been waiting, still waiting for an official voice to tell you what to do, you might want to brace yourself.
Because you're about to get what you've been begging for.
The message we received is pre-recorded, but it's new. It's dated. It's deliberate. I'm going to read it as accurately as we can. This is an emergency action notification. Federal government operations have ceased in the Northeast Corridor. Survivors are advised to self-organize. No further assistance will be provided. This is the final official transmission.
So what now?
Yeah.
That's it then. That's the big ending? That's the part where they stop pretending?
We've been on our own since week 2, but hearing it said out loud, it still hits like a door slamming.
It's not a door slamming, it's them locking it from the other side.
Professional. Strained. Lines are already lighting up. Texts are pouring in. People are screaming into keyboards with whatever battery they have left. We're going to take this piece by piece.
Because panic burns fuel too.
Reading. Controlled. Messages. So what now? Is this real? They're gone? Where did they go? They can't just... Another. We knew. Another. I waited like they told me. My father died waiting.
That's the crime, the waiting.
If you're hearing this and your first instinct is to do something reckless, don't. This message doesn't mean run into the street. It means the opposite. It means stop wasting time on a fantasy. Build something real where you are.
And stop thinking there's some central plan that will save you. The plan is you.
We have a caller, former NYPD officer Martinez. Male caller, so Jenny, he stays with you.
Martinez, you're on. It's Martinez. I'm listening from what used to be the precinct on the Lower East Side. Not officially, just sheltering, couple of us. You heard the message? Yeah, heard it. Funny thing is, I thought I'd feel relief. Like, finally, no more pretending. But it made my stomach drop. Like I'd been holding a wall up with my back and someone just walked away and let it crush me. Because even when you knew, part of you still wanted it to be different. Yeah. I kept my badge. Stupid, right? Like it meant something. Like someone was still paying me to protect and serve. Maybe you keep it because you still choose to protect and serve. Not because they're paying you. Maybe. Michael? Martinez? What does this change on the ground for you? It means the last guy in a uniform who was still pretending there was a chain of command can stop pretending. We've been a bunch of small islands for weeks. Precincts became shelters. Shelters became gangs or families, depending on who was inside. You could walk past City Hall and it's just an empty building now. All that power, all those meetings, all those microphones. And now it's just wind. How are your people holding? They're tired, they're hungry, they're scared, and they're angry. Some of them want to go take what we need. Some of them want to do things right. You can't do both forever. No, but hearing no assistance will be provided makes something clear. If we don't make rules, someone else will. And their rules will be a gun. That's the heart of it. Martinez, stay with us. We're going to talk about self-organization tonight. You can help. I'm here.
Military scanner silence confirmed. We've had near zero military traffic since the bridge detonation weeks back. People kept hoping it was a tactic, a regroup, a temporary blackout.
It wasn't temporary.
It could mean evacuation. It could mean collapse. It could mean a new command structure somewhere else that has decided we're not worth talking to. But the fact is, your radio is not going to suddenly fill with rescue chatter tomorrow.
If anything, it's going to fill with something worse.
International context. This is second-hand, but it's coming from multiple shortwave operators. Jenny's been tracking it on the map because she can't help herself.
I can't sit here and pretend the world is still the size of Manhattan. Here's what we've got. Fragmented reports that Europe is not functioning in any organized way. Some coastal transmissions, a few ham operators, but no unified government voice. Asia, multiple frequencies went dark weeks ago. South America, scattered. Some voices, then nothing. No indication of a functioning global system anywhere. If there are pockets, they're not broadcasting in a way we can reliably find.
Which means we stop looking outward for permission to live.
We stop waiting for a parent to come home.
So what does self-organize mean in practice? Because self-organize can mean a community, or it can mean a warlord.
It means we decide what we are right now before someone with a weapon decides for us.
We've heard about different structures forming across the country. Some towns running on councils, everyone votes, everyone contributes. Some running on strongman rule, one leader, armed enforcement, order through fear. Some running on barter networks. Some just chaos.
And some pretending they're still the old world, still doing appointments, still doing titles, like the words alone will keep the wall standing.
If you're listening and you're in a group, 10 people, 20 people, 50, here are the simplest principles we've seen work. 1. Clear roles. Who watches? Who scavenges? Who treats injuries? Who maintains barriers? Not who feels like it today. 2. Shared rules, written down, not whispered, not implied, written. Because when people are hungry, memory becomes convenient. 3. Consequences that aren't cruelty. If someone steals, there has to be a response. But if your first response is violence, you'll become what you fear.
And 4, transparency. Hoarding inside a group kills groups faster than infected do because it turns neighbors into suspects.
We learned that the hard way.
We watched it happen around us. We watched safe zones become traps because people turned on each other. We watched Madison Square Garden collapse under the weight of bodies and fear and shortage. That wasn't just infected, that was humans cracking.
Which brings us to the philosophical question people keep asking. How did civilization fall so fast?
Because civilization is thinner than we wanted to admit. It's trucks on highways, it's water pressure, it's a promise that if you follow rules, the rules will protect you. When those promises break, you find out what's underneath.
And also, because we built a world that runs just in time. No slack, no cushion. And when the system hiccups, it doesn't limp, it collapses.
3 months. That's all it took.
But here's the other truth. Even in collapse, people still show up for each other. We've seen it. We heard it on this frequency when Lenox Hill needed hands, and people answered. We heard it when Tommy called alone, and strangers sent one-sentence messages just so he'd hear a human voice.
Humanity didn't disappear. It just got outnumbered by fear.
So tonight, we're making a declaration. Not dramatic, not heroic, practical. We are no longer a station waiting to relay government instructions. That role is dead. We are a community node, a bulletin board, a warning system, a place where people remember each other's names.
A place where the world doesn't get to erase you quietly.
That matters more than people think. And we're going to build something simple with you. An informal covenant. Not law, not a constitution. A code people can actually follow. 1. If you have verified danger information, horde movement, raider sightings, contaminated water, share it. Don't hold it for leverage.
2. If you can spare resources without killing your own kids, do it strategically, not as charity theater, as investment in a living neighborhood.
3. Daily check-ins when possible. Not long conversations. A single still here, so people know the map of the living.
4. No misinformation. If you didn't see it, you say, I heard, not it happened. Rumors kill.
5. Remember names. Say them out loud, because that's how people stay human.
And 6. If you're forming a group, don't build it on fear alone. Fear runs out. Build it on purpose.
We're getting replies already.
Agreed. We can do that. Still here, Harlem. Still here, Staten Island. Still here, Chicago operator listening on relay. Still here, Atlanta. 2 adults, 1 kid. People they're answering.
Good. Keep it short. Keep it smart.
Put me down for it. Lower East Side Precinct Group, still here. And if anyone's near us and needs a safe hallway to sleep in for 1 night, we can talk. Not promising miracles, but we can talk.
That's how it starts.
Day 89 evening. The last official transmission has played, and it told us what we already knew, but needed to hear. There's no cavalry. There's no back to normal.
There's just us, the living.
And the choice of what we become.
Tomorrow, we're going to open something we've avoided because it's ugly, and it's personal, and it's what people are carrying like stones in their pockets. What we've done to survive. The things we don't say out loud. The lines we crossed. The guilt. The justification.
People are cracking under it.
And if we don't give it somewhere to go, it turns into something worse. This is Michael Hale, Red Zone Radio, Day 104, Week 15, Wednesday afternoon. If you're listening from a stairwell, a closet, a rooftop crawl space, wherever you've carved out a pocket of not dead yet, I want you to hear this clearly. Today's broadcast is not about routes or raids or weather. It's about the weight you're carrying. Timestamp, 2:36 p.m. The city outside our studio window looks almost peaceful in spots. Midtown streets empty. The glass towers just standing there like they're waiting for office workers who will never come back. But peace isn't what it is. It's quiet pressure. And pressure builds until something breaks.
We've been getting the same kind of message for weeks. People saying they can't sleep, they can't eat, they can't stop replaying what they did to survive.
So we're doing something new. Anonymous calls. No names, no identifying details, no addresses. If you need to speak, you can speak. We're not a court, we're not a jury. We're two exhausted voices with a microphone, trying to keep people from shattering alone. Quick recap for anyone new to our frequency. The last official government transmission declared the Northeast Corridor abandoned. Military channels went silent. Large safe zones failed. Scarcity is everywhere. The only thing that keeps working, sometimes, is connection. All right, let's open it.
Rules, just once. Don't give locations. Don't give real names. If you're calling from a group, don't speak for everyone. Speak for yourself. And if you're listening and you feel anger rising, take it out on a wall, not on the people trying to stay human.
First anonymous line is a woman, so she stays with me. Go ahead.
Call me Jane.
Jane, you're on.
My husband got bit. Not a dramatic bite, a scrape. Teeth, blood, the whole thing. He was still there. He knew me. He kept saying my name like he was trying to anchor himself to it.
Okay.
We talked about it, you know? Like couples talk about wills. We made a promise. We wouldn't let the other one turn. We said it like we were being brave, like it was a movie line. And then it was real.
What did you do, Jane?
I didn't wait. I didn't wait for the eyes to change, or the skin, or whatever people say happens. I did it early, because I couldn't handle watching him become something else. And now I keep thinking, was that mercy, or was I just a coward who couldn't face the end?
Jane, I'm going to say this the way I'd want someone to say it to me. You did what you believed would spare him the worst. That's mercy.
You don't know that.
You're right. I don't know your whole room, your whole moment. But I know this. You're not calling because you enjoyed it. You're calling because it broke you. That's the difference between mercy and cruelty.
Jenny, ask her if he knew, if he understood.
Jane, did he understand what you were doing?
He looked at me and he said, "Don't leave me." And I said, "I'm right here." And then, after, I stayed. I didn't run. I sat there until morning because I didn't want him to be alone.
That matters. You stayed.
I keep hearing him say my name.
That might never fully go away. But hearing it doesn't mean you did wrong. It means you loved someone enough to be haunted. Keep breathing. Keep eating. If you can, tell someone in your group what happened. Not for judgment, for support. Don't carry it in silence.
Okay.
Warm. Check in again if you need. You're not alone.
Next anonymous line is a man. Jenny, he's yours.
Go ahead.
Call me David.
David, say what you need to say.
I stole supplies from a smaller group,
Food, batteries, a little medicine. They were weaker. Old folks, 2 kids. My kids were starving. I told myself it was either them or mine, so I took it. And I left. And I didn't look back.
Did you hurt anyone?
No, I didn't hit anybody. I waited until night. I slipped in. I took it. I left. I didn't want to hurt anyone.
But you did hurt them.
I know. That's why I'm calling. What was I supposed to do, Jenny? Watch my kids waste away because I'm trying to be a good person in a world that punishes good people?
You want an answer that makes you clean. There isn't one. There's only what you do next.
Breathing hard. Which is what?
1. You stop telling yourself it was harmless because you didn't swing a fist. 2. If you can, you repay in some way. Quietly. Not with drama. A bag left where they'll find it. A warning about a horde. A tip about a water source. You give them something back.
And if I can't?
Then you take that guilt and you turn it into discipline. You don't do it again unless it's truly life or death. And you start building alliances. So the next time you're desperate, you're not choosing who to rob.
People will kill me if they find out.
That's also true. Secrets don't stay secret forever. So be smarter than your worst moment. Because your worst moment doesn't have to become your whole identity.
Okay.
Feed your kids. And then teach them to share when you can. Don't raise them on the lesson that only taking keeps you alive.
Next anonymous line is a teenage girl. Female caller. She stays with me.
You don't have to say your real name.
Call me Rebecca.
Okay. Rebecca, take your time.
My building got breached. It was fast. We were on the 5th floor. I had my little brother and sister with me. Mom was gone. She never came back from a run. So it was me.
Okay.
When the door downstairs broke, people started running. Everyone was screaming, "Stairs! Stairs!" And then the stairs were full, and I grabbed my brother's hand and my sister's sleeve, and we were moving, and then someone fell, and the whole line stopped, and I heard them behind us, and I let go.
You let go?
Sobbing, I let go because if I held on, we'd all die. That's what my brain said. So I ran, and I didn't look back, and then I got out, and I hid, and I waited, and I never went back. I never tried. I just kept moving because I was scared, and I was tired, and I thought if I stopped, I'd die.
How old are your siblings, Rebecca?
Choking, 8 and 6, and they were screaming my name. I can still hear it. I can't sleep. I can't eat. I don't deserve to be alive.
Listen to me. You are not going to make any decisions about whether you deserve anything while you're in a trauma spiral. You hear me?
I want to die.
No. You want the pain to stop. Those are not the same thing. Right now your job is basic. Breathe, drink water, and stay alive long enough to learn what happened to them. Do you have anyone with you?
No. I'm alone. I'm in a building with boarded windows. Midtown. I stole a blanket. I'm dirty.
Being dirty is not a moral failure. It's a survival detail. Rebecca, if your siblings are alive, they need you alive. If they're not, then your life is still not payment. Dying doesn't make it right. Living might let you do something good with the rest of your days.
I don't know how.
Lo, start with tonight. Stay where you are. Don't run. Don't do anything impulsive. If you can safely listen later, stay on this frequency. We're going to keep talking.
Okay.
Rebecca, I want you to eat something after we hang up. 1 bite, then another. Promise me.
I'll try.
That's enough. We'll keep you in the airways.
There are a lot of people hearing themselves in that call.
Yeah. We're not going to take 20 calls right now. Instead, we're going to name the theme. Impossible choices. If you've left someone, if you've stolen, if you've lied, if you've done what you had to do, this is your reminder that guilt is proof you still have a conscience. But guilt alone won't keep you alive.
And guilt won't bring people back.
Jenny, your confession. You told me earlier you wanted to say something tonight.
Yeah, I do. I've got myself being relieved when certain check-ins stop.
Like, okay, that group didn't make it. That means fewer mouths near us. Fewer people competing for water. And then I hate myself for thinking it. But it's there.
Jen.
Don't comfort me. Let me own it. Scarcity changes your brain. It makes you do math with lives. And I don't want to be the kind of person who does that. But I am. Sometimes.
Thank you for saying it out loud.
That's all.
Then I owe one too. 3 days ago, 2 people found our building. A man and a woman. They were exhausted. They heard the station signal and followed it like it was a lighthouse. They begged to come inside. And I told them no.
Michael.
I told them we couldn't risk it. That we didn't have enough. That we couldn't open doors to strangers anymore. And they stood there for a second like they didn't understand the language. Like no was a foreign word. Then they left.
Do you know what happened?
No. And I keep seeing the woman's face. Not angry. Just empty. Like something in her shut off.
You kept us alive.
Maybe. Or maybe I just protected the microphone.
You protected the generator. You protected the transmitter. That's not nothing. This signal has kept people alive.
I know. But I'm not going to pretend it doesn't stain me.
We're all stained.
So here's the question people keep asking. Are we still good people if survival requires inhumane choices? I don't have a clean answer. I don't think goodness is a badge you earn once and keep. I think it's a direction you keep choosing over and over, even when you mess up.
And sometimes the best you can do is choose less harm.
We have a call coming in from a man who says he has information about 2 kids in a group uptown. Jenny, male caller. He's yours.
Go ahead. Keep it general. Name's Eli. I'm with a group near the edge of the park, north side. We took in 2 kids yesterday, a boy and a girl. They were exhausted, dehydrated, but alive. They keep saying their sister's name, Rebecca. Rebecca. Yeah, they say Rebecca left us. They're not mad, they want her. We're trying to keep them steady. We don't have a way to search the city, but we can broadcast a message. Eli, do the kids have names? They said Mateo and Lula. That's all I got. Okay, Rebecca, if you are listening right now, Mateo and Lila are alive. They are with a group near the north edge of the park. They are asking for you. Rebecca, hear that? They're alive. Eli, you can't give locations, but can you give a meet window? A landmark that isn't exact. We can put someone on a rooftop at dawn near a tall water tower. There's a church nearby with a broken bell. If she comes, she can signal with 3 knocks on the metal door in the alley. We'll be watching. Rebecca, dawn, north edge, 3 knocks on metal. If you can't go, don't go alone. Find help first. Eli, keep those kids safe. We will.
Jenny, if Rebecca calls back.
Female caller goes to you.
Right. Rebecca's calling back. Female caller. She's mine.
Rebecca, it's Michael. Are you there?
They're alive? They're really alive?
They're alive. Mateo and Lila. They're asking for you.
Oh my god. I thought I killed them. I thought I left them to die.
You didn't. You ran. And they survived. Both things can be true.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm going to find them. I'm going to...
No. You're going to plan. Dawn window, 3 knocks on metal. But you do not sprint into the park at night. You do not walk alone if you can avoid it. You understand?
Okay. Plan.
Eat something first. Drink water. Rest your legs. If you collapse on the way, you help no one. Rebecca, this is a rare gift in this world. Don't waste it on panic.
Thank you. I don't want to die anymore. I want to see them.
That's the point. Hold on to that.
Sometimes the world gives you one thread back.
Day 104 afternoon. We heard mercy, theft, abandonment, and truth. We heard Jenny admit a thought she hated. We heard me admit a door I didn't open. And we heard 2 kids' names, Mateo and Lila, spoken into the airwaves like a rope.
If you're listening and you've been carrying something heavy, you don't have to carry it alone.
Tomorrow, we're going to talk about a new threat that isn't infected and isn't hunger. It's organized, it's moving, and it's learning. Tonight,
Lock your doors. Keep your lights low. And remember, surviving is not just staying alive. It's staying someone you can still recognize in the dark. Red Zone Radio. Michael Hale. Day 126. Week 18. Thursday morning. If you're listening right now, I want you to treat this broadcast like a weather alert. Not because a storm is coming, because something human is. Timestamp. 7:19 a.m. Dawn light is thin over Midtown. The air is cold enough that breath shows, which means you can see people in the dark if they're close, which means they can see you too.
We've been getting reports for 2 weeks. Organized raiders, not scavengers, not starving families looking for a can of beans. Organized.
We didn't lead with it at first because we didn't want to create panic or copycats. But the pattern is now too clear. And if we don't say it, people will keep dying in silence.
So here it is. There are groups of armed men, sometimes women, moving through neighborhoods in teams. They scout, they strike, they take supplies, they take weapons, and in some cases, they take people.
We're going to stay responsible. No names that give them power. No exact locations that paint targets. Just pattern recognition. Defensive principles. And a warning to anyone still thinking the infected are the only threat.
They're not.
We have a call. Male. Kevin from Harlem. Jenny, he's yours.
Kevin, go.
Jenny, they hit us last night. 10. They moved like soldiers. Like they'd done it 100 times. Slow down. Tell me how it started. Breathing hard. No shouting. No warning. They tapped the side door like they knew the building. 2 of them stayed outside, watching the street. The rest came in fast. They had flashlights covered so you could barely see the glow. And they knew where to go. Straight to the apartment we keep supplies in.
That means they scouted you.
Yeah, they did. We thought we were quiet. We thought nobody knew. But they came right to it. They took food, batteries, my buddy's shotgun. They smashed the radio we had so we couldn't call out. And when one of our guys tried to fight, they didn't even hesitate. They broke his hand like it was nothing.
Did they kill anyone?
Voice tight. Not last night. But they hurt enough people that we can't defend ourselves now. And they kept saying, "We'll be back."
Immediate. Where are you now?
Bitter life. In the walls. Literally. There's a space behind drywall. Like a maintenance pocket. We're hiding like rats.
That's smart. I hate that it's smart, but it is.
If you're hearing this and you think that won't happen to me, understand it already might be. Scouts look for smoke, noise, routine, predictable patterns.
Kevin, did you hear anything? Terms, call signs, names.
One of them kept calling another guy Colonel. Like a joke. Or like not a joke.
Michael.
We've heard that word in other reports.
Did they use radios?
Yeah. Short bursts. Real disciplined. Not like people who don't know what they're doing.
Kevin, if they said they'll be back, assume they will. You have 2 options, disappear or harden. But hardening means tools, manpower, and silence. Can you move?
With injured people? With kids? Not easily.
Then you change your footprint. Move supplies in small caches. Don't keep one supply apartment. That's a treasure chest to raiders. Split it, hide it, make it annoying to steal from you.
Okay.
And Kevin, if you see them again, you don't fight unless you have advantage. You survive the encounter. You warn others. Pride gets you killed.
Got it.
Firm. Check in again tonight if you can. Stay alive.
Pattern recognition. Jenny's been mapping raids on the wall map. She's been doing it like it's a job, because jobs keep you sane.
Don't make fun of me.
Not making fun. I'm grateful. Because her map shows something.
Reported strikes in Upper East Side, Tribeca edges, parts of Harlem, and now moving patterns that line up with corridors. Not random, systematic. Like they're working block by block.
Which means if you're in a neighborhood that hasn't been hit yet, don't assume you're safe. Assume you're next.
And assume they watch first. If you light a big fire every night at the same time, congrats, you just gave them a schedule.
We have a caller, male, who says he has military experience.
Jenny.
He's yours.
Go.
Call me Grant. Former Army. Not going to say more.
What do you think we're seeing?
It's a rating element with discipline. They're using recon, hitting known resource points, and taking comms equipment first. That's smart. If you can't call for help, you're isolated. They're also likely using the subway tunnels for movement. Quiet, fast, unseen.
That's what we feared.
Firm. Infected are predictable. Humans aren't. Your best defense is layered. Visual barriers, noise discipline, early warning. And don't advertise your strength. If you look like a fortress, you become a prize.
People want to know if they should fight back.
Fighting back without coordination is suicide. Coordinated defense can work, but it requires trust, and trust is in short supply right now.
We're going to hit the moral question, because it keeps coming up. Are raiders evil, or just more aggressive survivors? If you take food from someone and they die, you killed them. It's just slower.
Some will justify it as necessary. That doesn't make it right. It makes it rationalized.
We have a report we've been debating whether to say on air. It's about who gets targeted.
Women, children, vulnerable people.
We're going to say it plainly, without being graphic. Some reports indicate raider groups are taking women and children. We don't know why in every case. We can guess. But guessing doesn't help. The point is the warning.
If you're hearing this and you have women, children, anyone vulnerable, these people are hunting. You understand what I'm saying. They are not taking prisoners. They are taking what they want.
Defensive guidance. This is for anyone in a group. 1. Create an inner room, no windows, that everyone can get to fast. A safe closet, a back room, whatever. That's where you go if a breach starts.
2. Establish a silent alarm. Not yelling, not banging, something subtle. 3 taps on a pipe, a flashlight flicker behind a cloth, a code word whispered down a hallway.
3. Don't keep all supplies in one place. Caches, small, hidden. A raider can't take what they can't find.
4. Rotate watch times randomly. Don't be predictable. If you always watch 2 a.m. to 4 a.m., they'll learn it.
We have a scanner intercept, something we caught that made our blood go cold.
It was on an old military frequency.
We picked up brief, coded chatter that didn't sound like legitimate military. It sounded like people using military discipline as a costume. We heard the term colonel again. We heard target references that matched neighborhoods. We heard talk of soft buildings and quiet take.
That means they're organized enough to use comms and planning.
Which brings this home. We are a target.
A working transmitter, a generator, a building that's been broadcasting for months. We're a lighthouse.
And lighthouses draw ships. Good ones and bad ones.
Anger. We just made ourselves a bigger target by saying this on air.
Maybe. But if we don't warn people, the raiders keep winning by silence.
So what's the plan if they come?
We don't outline our defenses on air, but we can say this. We're not going dark today. Not yet. The community needs warning. The community needs connection. If we have to change schedule, if we have to move, we will. But we're not surrendering the airwaves to fear.
Then listeners need to do the same. Don't go quiet. Build your own warning systems. Because this isn't just a New York thing. We're hearing it from other states too. Organized predation.
Day 126 morning. The infected are still there. Still. Dangerous. But humans have started moving like predators. If you haven't had a raid yet, don't assume you're lucky. Assume you're next.
And don't assume a knock at your door is help.
Tonight we may have to decide whether staying on air keeps people alive or paints a bullseye on the station that gets us killed. If we go dark without warning, people panic. If we stay bright, raiders follow the light.
Either way, something's coming.
Lock your doors, cover your windows, split your caches. And if you hear disciplined footsteps, multiple pairs moving with purpose, don't wait for them to show you who they are. Hide first. Live first. Red Zone Radio, Michael Hale. Day 147, Week 21, Monday evening. If you've been listening to us a long time, you can probably hear the difference in my voice tonight. Not because I'm scared, though I am. Because the machine behind our voices is dying. Timestamp, 6:58 p.m. Twilight. The kind of light that makes every window look like an eye. We're broadcasting in short bursts because the generator is coughing. It doesn't hum anymore. It stutters. It fades. Then it catches again, like it remembered it still has a job. We're on borrowed power.
So we're going to say this plainly at the top. If you're hearing us tonight, don't assume we'll be here tomorrow at the same time. We'll try, but trying doesn't change the fuel gauge.
People have been sending messages all day like they can will the generator back to life.
We felt them. Everyone. Quick recap for anyone joining late. Organized raider groups have been moving through neighborhoods in patterns using discipline and old frequencies. We warned you because silence was killing people. Since that broadcast, we've received both gratitude and threats, which is what you'd expect when you shine a light on predators.
Predators don't like being named.
And now our power system is failing. It might be age. It might be sabotage. It might just be the world running out. We're going to open with the check-ins from regulars, because if this is one of our last clean transmissions, I want the people who built this community to be heard.
Keep them short. Keep them safe.
Marcus from the Bronx warehouse. Mail caller. So Jenny, he stays with you.
Marcus, you there?
I'm here. Bronx warehouse still holding. 19 of us now. We lost one to fever last week. Not bites, just sickness. We've been purifying water like you said. Jenny, listen, I just wanted to say this station kept us from turning on each other.
Marcus, how's the perimeter?
Reinforced. Stripped cars are still working. Raiders came through the avenue 2 nights ago. Didn't hit us. We stayed dark, but we heard boots. Organized boots, like you warned.
You did it right. You stayed boring.
We did. And we got a birthday today. Little Joe turned 6. We made a candle out of cooking oil and a string. She asked if Red Zone was still on. I told her yeah, even if it wasn't true yet. I told her.
Tell Joe. Tell her happy birthday from us. Tell her she's proof the world isn't done.
I will.
Rodriguez family. Mail caller is Luis again. So Jenny.
Luis?
We relocated. Not all of us. We split, like you said. 2 clusters. 1 stayed. 1 moved. We're in a new building now. Lower floors. Easier exits. It's better. Not good. Better. And we left caches behind. Like you taught.
That's smart. Any contact with Westchester?
Cautious. Rumors. Nothing verified. We're not chasing ghosts. We're building what we can here.
That's the lesson, isn't it?
Luis, you did hard things the right way. Keep checking in when you can.
All right. Next segment is something Jenny started on her own last night. She didn't tell me until I walked into the studio and saw the paper.
Don't make it a thing.
It's a thing. In the best way.
We're making an audio time capsule. If this signal dies, I want the record to exist. Not for historians, if there are historians someday, but for whoever finds a radio in a drawer and wonders if anyone stayed human.
So, here's what we're doing. If you can spare 1 sentence, 1, tell us what you want remembered. A name. A moment. A lesson. Keep it short. Battery matters.
First message. Remember my wife Carla. She laughed at her own jokes. I miss that sound. Next. Remember my son Deshaun. He loved the Knicks. We used to watch at the garden. Next. Remember that water is life. Don't waste it. Don't fight over it if you can share. Next. Remember the dog named Duke, who kept a kid alive. Tommy's dog. Yeah, steadying. Next. Remember Miss Evelyn in Baltimore. She fed neighborhood kids even when she was hungry. We're getting places all over the country. People listening on relay, on shortwave, on patched networks. This isn't just New York. It never was.
I need to say this while we have clear power. The transmitter is acting up. Microphones are cutting in and out. The board is older than some of our callers. We've been keeping it alive with tape, wire, and stubbornness.
Mostly stubbornness.
When the generator sputters, we lose the ability to broadcast cleanly. That's why we're making the time capsule now. Because later, it might be fragments. We have Tommy on the line. Male caller. Jenny, he's yours. And Jenny,
If you need a minute, take it.
Tommy, hi, sweetheart.
Hi, Jenny. Hi, Michael. I'm not alone anymore.
You found people?
Yeah. I did the dawn thing. I listened. I didn't open doors at night. I kept the routine like you said. And then, 2 weeks ago, someone in my building was alive the whole time. They heard me talking to you guys through the wall. We made contact. It's 4 of us now. And Duke. Always Duke.
Duke's still the boss.
He's still the boss. And I'm calling because I heard you might go dark. And I needed you to know. You kept me alive. You did. When it was just me and the blinking microwave clock. You made it feel like the world still had people in it. Tommy, you brave, beautiful kid. You're gonna be okay. Do you hear me? You're gonna be okay. I think so. I'm trying. And if you go dark, I'm gonna keep talking to people. Like you said, I'm gonna be someone's radio. Tommy, tell your group. Tell them we're proud of you. I will. And thank you.
Thank you for calling.
All right, if this is one of our last longer windows, I want to leave you with what's worked and what hasn't. Quick and usable. What's worked? Staying boring. Keeping lights low. Avoiding routines that can be patterned. Splitting supplies into caches. Building small alliances. Writing rules down. Daylight movement only when necessary. Hydration discipline. Quiet communication codes. Treating wounds early. What hasn't? Large gatherings. Hero runs. One big supply room. Loud fires. Trusting strangers who show up too friendly. Waiting for official rescue. Using tunnels as shortcuts. Assuming the worst danger is infected.
Also, don't let shame isolate you. People die alone because they're embarrassed they need help. Needing help is normal now.
We're going to take short goodbyes from regular callers if we can. Martinez is trying to get Prue.
Martinez, you there? I'm here. Lower East Side group still holding. We heard the generator might be failing. Look, this station, it made us act like humans. We kept a rule because of you. No one sleeps outside alone. Even if they're annoying, even if they're loud. We made a hallway for stragglers. That rule saved lives. Martinez, if you go dark, you go dark. But you did your job. You did more than your job. You gave people a standard when everything else vanished. Thank you, Martinez. And Michael, Jenny, if you make her run upstate, don't take the obvious routes. People will be watching. You know that.
We do.
Be safe, Martinez.
We're going to say something now that might sound like a goodbye without being a goodbye, because we're not dead yet, but we're close enough to it that it would be irresponsible not to speak like we might not get another clean chance. When we go dark, you keep talking to each other, however you can. You leave notes, you use whistles, you use window signs, you teach kids code knocks. The community doesn't end because we do.
When we're gone, you find other voices. You keep finding each other. Promise me.
Hold on, power stipping.
Michael.
We're still here.
Listening. Fearful. The lights.
Okay, it caught again. We've got maybe minutes.
Soft. Michael, we should save a little for tomorrow.
I know, but there's something I want to say if the mic dies mid-sentence.
Warned. Say it.
If this is it, I'm glad it was you. At the end. I'm glad I wasn't alone.
God. Emotional. Michael, where?
We're still on air.
Half laugh, half sob. Of course we are.
Honest to listeners. You heard that. Fine. It's true. We fought. We snapped. We kept going. And if you're listening in the dark somewhere, don't do it alone if you can help it.
Trembling but strong. We'll be back if we can. Same frequency. Shorter window. If we're not, if it's just silence, don't let the silence convince you you're alone.
Tomorrow morning, we'll try for one more transmission. One more. And if the generator doesn't hold, then we move. We attempt the upstate run we've been avoiding, because staying put with a dead transmitter is just waiting to be found.
And there are people out there who hunt light.
Stay alive. Stay human. And if you can, remember us, the way we remember you.
This is Michael Hale, Red Zone Radio, Day 153, Week 22, Sunday morning. And I'm going to say the hardest sentence I've said in my life. This will be our final broadcast. Timestamp 6:41 a.m. The generator has given us its last stretch. The fuel line is almost dry. The lights in this studio are dim, barely hanging on. Every few seconds you can hear the engine downstairs change its tone like it's deciding whether it's done.
This is Jenny. I'm here. We're both here.
We told ourselves we'd keep it professional to the end, but we're not going to lie to you. We're tired, we're grateful, we're scared, and we're proud. Proud of what you built with us.
If you're listening, keep your volume low. Keep your windows covered. Don't gather people around a bright radio like it's a campfire in the open. Even now, especially now, safety matters.
Here's the truth. When the generator dies, this station becomes a beacon with nothing to offer. A building full of equipment and no signal. That's a target. So we're leaving while we still can. We're going to try to reach a community upstate that's been reported reliably by multiple shortwave operators. Not a promise, a possibility.
We're taking only what we can carry. Water, a little food, a hand crank radio, batteries, paper, names.
And before we go, we're going to do what this station became. Witness, memory, and connection. No dramatic speeches, just the things that matter.
First, we're going to read the names.
This part is going to be long. If you need to step away, do it. If you need to cry, cry. If you're in a group, let kids hear some of it. Let them know people mattered.
These names are from listeners. People who asked us to remember someone out loud so they wouldn't vanish into silence.
Carla, Deshawn, Andre, Malik, Patricia, Lana, Kayla, Marco, Inez, Evelyn, Little Joe, Mateo, Lila, Duke. Tommy's Duke counts. He saved a life.
Marcus's brother Leon, Martinez's partner Ray, Nurse Kim in Queens, Dr. Reeves' staff, Sonia, Franklin, and Big Mike from the loading dock who held the door.
A man named Harold in Baltimore, who kept feeding neighborhood kids. A woman named Teresa in Phoenix, who kept a garden on a roof and shared tomatoes until she couldn't. We can't read every name in America, but we can read these. And we can tell you, if your person's name wasn't said, it still counts. They still count. They were here.
Second, what New York was. Because I'm afraid, if we don't say it, this city becomes only a horror story. New York was a million small kindnesses packed too tight. It was strangers giving directions like they were born for it. It was bodega cats and late-night pizza and subway musicians who were terrible and brilliant in the same song. It was people complaining while still showing up for each other when it mattered.
It was the city that never slept, and somehow it stayed awake for a while even after the world started dying.
And now it's changed. It's not gone. Cities don't die the way people do. They transform. Nature moves in. Silence moves in. New rules move in.
but somewhere under the ruin, there's still the shape of every life that lived here.
If anyone finds this recording someday, don't tell the story like we were monsters. Tell it like we were people who got caught in something impossible and kept trying anyway.
Third, a message to whoever comes after us. Tomorrow, next month, or decades from now if humans last. Don't rebuild the same fragile world. Don't build a society where survival depends on one thin supply chain and a promise that help is coming. Build communities with slack, with redundancy, with neighbors who know each other before they need each other.
And don't forget what happened when people waited for instructions that never came. Teach your kids that agency is survival. You don't freeze. You don't pray for a rescue that's already gone. You organize.
Also, remember this. The infected weren't the only threat. Fear was. Hunger was. And the moment people started hunting people, we learned what kind of apocalypse this really was.
But we also learned what love looks like in the dark. It looks like someone sharing water, someone staying on watch while others sleep, someone saying, "You're not alone," and meaning it.
Fourth, we're going to take final check-ins from the regulars. Short. Safe. One at a time. Marcus, mail caller, Jenny.
Marcus, you there?
I'm here. Bronx warehouse. 19 still breathing. Jenny, Michael. Thank you. If you make it upstate, don't forget us.
Never.
We're still split. Still holding. If your signal goes out, we'll keep the morning check-in ritual. We'll say still here. Anyway, that's all we ever wanted. Martinez. Martinez. Mail caller, Jenny.
Martinez. Lower East Side group still standing. Look, if anyone hears this later, remember, order doesn't have to be cruelty. You can have rules without becoming a tyrant. That's what they taught me. Be safe.
Tommy's trying to get through. Mail caller, Jenny.
Tommy.
We're okay. 4 people. Duke. We're going to keep talking. We're going to be somebody's red zone.
You already are.
That's enough. That's everything.
All right, the generator tone is dropping again. Lights are flickering. We don't have the luxury of pretending we have time.
If you start hearing breaks in our voices, if words cut off, that's not drama. That's power dying.
Last practical guidance in case this recording is found by someone who needs it. Travel by daylight when you can. Avoid predictable patterns. Split supplies into caches. Keep your group small enough to move, but large enough to watch. Don't sleep alone if you can help it. Don't open doors at night. Don't trust anyone who offers certainty. Build trust slowly. Verify.
Protect women and kids. And if you're a man listening, be the reason a woman feels safer, not the reason she has to hide. That's a choice you make every day.
If you're forced to do something terrible to survive, don't let it become your identity. Survive, then do one thing that pulls you back toward human.
Say names. Remember, people.